Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Mila. I'm a psychodynamic coach, and today's video is about stopping taking things so damn personal because it is ruining your life. In psychoanalysis, when I was studying, I learned a certain thing that we people, we all project. We project all the time. And when people do certain things, it's not about you, it's about them. So very simple. Another person's action towards you is not about you, it's about them. Remember that like a holy grail. That will help you stop feeling pity for yourself, stop feeling like a victim, stop getting holding a grudge against someone because there's no point. Because if someone has wronged you, it's about them. They're messed up, not you, right? Because if you're messed up, people will either distance healthy, psychologically healthy people will either distance themselves, or they will tell you, they will communicate that with you that, hey, what you've done is not cool. And so I kind of wanted to talk about this story, right? It happened in the gym, and I really like to always put myself in other people's shoes. I try to understand how they feel and what they feel. One day I came to the gym and I met this woman. She was a bit older than me. She was selling perfume. She had an amazing perfume on her. I loved it so much. I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. I started talking to her. I was like, wow, this perfume is incredible. Like, where did you buy it? She said, I make it myself. And I said, oh, wow, cool. Let me, let me get your details. And, I'll see, I'll either message you or I kind of left it open. Okay. I just I was interested at that point. I was like, wow, this perfume is amazing. And then I was like, wow, I really want that perfume. But then I got home, I did follow her. Got home, and she told me, she's like, oh, I'm gonna make a discount for you. No, 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 no. Like I'm gonna give it to you for nothing. Then I get home and then I look at my perfume shelf and I see 5 perfumes and I'm like, do I really need another one? Like I travel all the time. I need to keep my luggage light. I really need another perfume. I mean, she's definitely created amazing perfumes and she smells incredible. But do I need one? No. So next week, the following week or the week after, I met her at a yoga place. Okay, where we go to the same gym. When I was doing, when yoga finished, my eye gaze went on her, and I remember how she looks, and she looked at me like she fucking hated me or something, and I'm like, oh. And I smiled, I smile to people. I like to smile, and I'm a happy person. And I smiled at her, and she smiled back. And so, at that moment, I realized that if she were a sensitive person, right, she would have overthought it 1,000 times why she didn't message me for the perfume. Sensitive people, they have a lot of expectations. They have a lot of expectations. She's supposed to message me. She really liked my perfume. Why she's not messaging me? Why she doesn't? Because the same goes for relationships, right? Sometimes someone may like you, but it doesn't mean that like they want to be with you. Because there's one book that I read. It's called Journey of Souls, Michael Newton. And so I realized something, that in this life we'll meet a lot of people, but the thing is, not every person is meant to be in your life. Not every person who likes your product is meant to buy your product. One day they like it, another day they don't. One day they want it, another day they realize they don't need it. Or maybe that could be 1,000 reasons why, and there's no need to overthink the reasons why someone did not message you, someone did not buy your product. Not all people are supposed to be in our lives, and sometimes there are a certain set of lessons that we have to learn in this life. What did I even start the video with? I forgot. What was the topic? Stop taking things personal, right? Another story. I went out with a friend of mine, and back in Dubai a few months ago, 2 months ago, and we were quiet, and I was like, I didn't really have much to talk about, and she was like very quiet. She wasn't asking questions, and then she tells me, "Oh, do you want to go home?" And I'm like, you know what? Not really. Like, I'm happy. I'm enjoying myself here. But the way she said it was like I already knew that in her mind she created a story that I didn't like to be with her, that I didn't like her, that I didn't want to be with her. It's her abandonment trauma coming up and playing out that way. A lot of the times when you take things personal, you are making it all about you and not about another person. You taking things personal is being selfish, my friends. I've been there, I've done that. Welcome to the club. But it's being selfish. It's being like me, 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 me. What about me? What about me? But it's kind of like you're never really considering how does the other person feel, right? And sometimes you don't need to overthink things. You don't need to think, how does this other person feel? how am I feeling? Normally, it's like when you take things personal, it's usually your traumas playing out, it's your own personal stories playing out, and that hence you're taking things personal because you're projecting shit from your past into the present moment. You are making now this story about you when it was never about you, when it was about the other person. Why another reason why we take things personal is because when you have a deep feeling, deep sense of like, I'm not good enough, and I know so many coaches and therapists, they talk about it, right? Okay, when you have low self-worth, basically, you don't feel good about yourself. So whatever people will do around you, whatever people like negative actions people will do towards you, you think it has something to do with you. And that is why you're taking things so personal. Is why you're taking things personal. If you had an amazing sense of self-worth, you thought about yourself that I'm, you know what, I'm a good person. Everything is fine with me, then you wouldn't take things personal. You'd understand that it's about them, it's not about me. Okay? So that thinking low and thinking bad about yourself is often this kind of victim mentality type of thing, and where you one way or another will make it about you because you have this sense of like, you know, it's not that you think, in a way that you know that something is wrong with you, and that's why people act like that towards you. But when you work on your self-esteem, when you work on yourself, you will understand that people, everyone has their own inner world. Some people live in hell. I've met people who told me that I live in hell, and I'm like, explain, please. And they explained to me that it's like their personal inner hell in their mind. It's like they're in a war with themselves. When people are at war with themselves, people will outsource that war with other people. Therefore, like, they will project it a lot on other people. That war will come out and will affect other people. So also that's something you need to take into consideration, that there are so many people and you have no idea what's happening in their minds. So many people with so, you know, different stories, different lives. And that will eventually will rub off on you, but don't let it rub off on you. When someone says something, does something, always see it as an interpretation of their behavior, their life, their circumstances. It's about them. It's not about you. You know what becomes about you is how you react and how you act. That's about you. So what you say, what you do, how you respond, how you reply, how you act, that is definitely about you. But how they treat you, how they talk to you, how they do certain things, it's about them. It's not about you. And taking other people's, when you basically interpretate another person's behavior as it's something to do with you, then you're bringing their war onto yourself. Like, you're bringing that war upon yourself. You really don't need to do that. You really should never do that. Obviously, the same goes for, you know, criticism online, certain comments that people make, I don't know, certain stories that people tell about you. It's all very interconnected. It's also part of codependency, actually. It's a very codependent type of behavior where everything that's about what other people do, you make it your own fault. Somehow you make it about you. It's very codependent. So when you try to, you know, have that inner, there's a word called, I think, sovereign state, like sovereignty, sovereignty, you get what I mean, yeah? Sovereign, like you are on your own kind of thing. You are your own person. When you understand that you've got that, you know, you are your person, when you don't rub with other people's issues, you don't mess with other people's, you don't mesh with other people's emotions, emotional states, feelings, and all of that, then you will feel a lot more peace. As long as you take things personal, you'll never be at peace with yourself. And I think life is all about achieving that inner peace and living in peace and not at war, right? Don't bring other people's war into your heart, into your mind. Don't do that. Try to protect your peace by not taking things personal ever. Okay, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, let me know. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, comment, and whatever. And I'll see you in another video. Bye.